Good morning, namaste. So this morning when we actually woke up and I seen an article in an interview that happened about 5 days ago with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. So this video is going to be, this is going to compare this new Elon Musk Neuralink with actually implanting something into your brain, replacing about an inch part of your skull and replacing it flush with this microchip with different wires that are a few millimeters long in certain strategic points to be able to cure many different things. This in comparison to what our natural human evolution is supposed to actually be, what people don't really, it's not really mainstream media yet because so many people are focused on technology on the outer rather than technology on the inner. So I'm going to say Elon Musk and all these other people that are talking this way are totally wrong. Whenever you talk about what you can do, I believe truly that they're going about it the wrong way. But this is where we talk about the separation of polarities, okay? So this video is going to be about the human evolution and the truth about the human evolution, the possibilities of the human brain, and also in conjunction with the new technology that's coming out with the AI and the Neuralink that Elon Musk says that we can probably be, brain-to-brain frequency communication through this microchips and such, through technology in the next 5 to 10 years. This is a big deal, but you can see the separation of polarities with all these different things, okay? So let's kind of go deep dive into a few of these different areas. Okay, so one polarity is, let's say the dark side of polarity, if you want to take into consideration, Star Wars or whatever fun little things that you have. But that polarity side, they're trying to take technology, they invented this microchip it's about a 1 inch, like comparison into your smartphone. So you would take a chunk out of your skull, kind of like an auger. They compared it to ice fishing. So an auger into your skull, taking out a little piece of your skull, and then replacing it with these little neuron wires in strategic different parts of your brain. Now they're rolling this out to show amazing benefits. People that have epilepsy, cure epilepsy. People that are paraplegic, that they can be able to use their limbs and everything again, be able to walk like the $1 million man. They call it the $1 billion man. So that's where they're driving into that way. But like I said, they're going to roll these different things out in a massive benefit to the human species. But it's not going to be a massive benefit whatsoever to the human species because now you're integrating something else and changing the natural piece of what the human species even is. So whenever you go external with something and bring something external into the body on a permanent basis, well then that's changing the natural organic piece of what we really can be. The whole point is they're saying, Elon Musk and a lot of these people are saying that we have to keep up with AI, and the only way to keep up with this fast technology that's rapidly and growing quantum levels and exponentially is the only way to do it is to integrate with it. That is 100% wrong. That's 100% wrong. What they don't realize is what we actually are able to do with a natural case and organically with a human mechanism, okay? Now, I know you've talked to I'm sure maybe you would go into my meditation, seen my meditations, you've seen kind of what I'm talking about with the Kundalini or the Shakti or divine energy or Holy Spirit or whatever you want to call this radiational energy in whatever part of the world that you're in, and whatever belief system that you have, we'll call it something different. But in all reality, it's that source, life source, God's source that's developing in with you that connects all life together. So once that wakes up inside of you and actually rises within you, like I've talked about this many times in my other videos, a little bit more in detail if you want to go back into what this is in detail. But as this rises, but once this goes into your brain, that's where the real comparison starts to become. So on this other polarity, which is, the light side, the force, the life force. On the light side, is whenever this divine energy starts to go into your brain, it will start to unlock different parts of your brain, which has different functionalities of what the human mechanism is. So whenever this goes into your brain and starts to bring frequencies, you'll be able to tune into these frequencies during meditations, maybe during the day, different energy levels during full moons, astrological times. Right now we're in different retrogrades. Right now, for the next 6 weeks, is a very, very, very vital time to do a lot of these meditations and to be able to grow exactly the way I'm saying within these meditations. Because these energies and these frequencies are really readily available now and hitting our planet and our plane on a massive level to be able to utilize and grow further. So right now, like I said, for the next 6 weeks are really vital to be able to tune into these things and actually develop the things that I'm actually talking about. So taking into that, talking about that area, whenever this goes into your brain and starts opening up the left and right hemisphere of your brain, it starts to change the different parts of your body. But it also changes your personality, changes different things, but in the very, very, very positive, divine way. But what they don't understand is they're trying to cure epilepsy, trying to cure paraplegic things, trying to cure different parts of the body, which is beautiful things. But they don't realize that once this divine energy goes into your brain and you're able to control different parts of your brain in different ways as we really truly organically develop, we can tap into those parts of the brain, tap into those frequencies, and tap into those things naturally without any devices whatsoever, because as we go on and tap into these frequencies that are programming ourselves, just like a computer download, but naturally actually happening, we begin to understand and starts to open up ourselves into a completely new way of thinking, completely new way of perceiving. And instead of thinking, okay, well, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, and very, very systematically, it's a more of an expanded knowledge of thinking. It's like all the information is there, but it's not systematic. It's all there and able to tap into all at one time, versus very systematic in which a computer has to. And that's where, if we were able to do it, going about this the right way and integrating our natural capabilities with AI, AI is not a bad thing, but we need to understand that we're not going to integrate with that type of technology, because we are the very, very surpass technology that surpasses all of that. Eventually, there's no need for AI. All AI is what they're trying to externally develop that we already have. Because a lot of yogis, a lot of people for thousands of years have been able to do this and tap into their brain. And sometimes, some actual gurus and yogis and different people that I'm talking about, they couldn't walk, but they're able to tap into the brain and have no pain and walk just fine. But what? How is that again? Yeah, they're able to tap into their brain, into that area of the brain, and have an electrical impulses that's open in that area, or maybe even take apart and just shut off that area to shut off pain, or different areas of the brain that doesn't realize that, hey, my legs are broken, but why can't I still walk? When you turn that part of your brain, it's all electronical impulses making things work. If that part's turned off, the brain doesn't know any different from something broken, something doesn't work, to something actually does work. So that all can be manipulated. Another part is technology through this Neuralink and such. They have a little microchip. Maybe it's a quantum microchip. Who knows the capabilities of this with all the wires and things? But the fact is, we have three brains, but we have way more available to us than just that little piece of technology. Why? Okay, let's talk about that. So the solar plexus, that's actually your entire filtration system for your body. So that's one part of your brain that actually does your emotions. That's, have you heard of your gut feeling? Well, that's one of your brains that actually every single energy point, all 72,000 energy points from your entire body goes all to that one spot. So you can see how vital that is as we develop these areas. So that's one part of the brain. That has to do with our filtration, our health, our organs, our emotions, our ether body, all going into that point. Now, whenever we go into our heart center, that's our other brain. So we already have two brains. Elon Musk, one microchip into That's stupid. So when you take one heart center, you open yourself up to your truth. That is realizing, and that helps your intuition and thinking process. What's right? What's wrong? What's good? What's bad? What should I be doing? That's another part of your brain that you feel. You feel it all over your body. So you have your gut, you have your heart, and then you have this brain, what people understand. Oh, this is a brain with 2 hemispheres and everything else. But they're talking about something external implanting in one brain. That's a very, very, very limited way of thinking. I'm sorry, but a lot of these people that are supposed to be really geniuses in understanding a lot of these concepts, they're real stupid at the same time, honestly, because they're not taking into consideration the organic mechanism of what we actually can have. So let's talk about that. So what are capabilities? Well, actually our capabilities are limitless, 100%. As we evolve through all 3 parts of our brain, we're able to tap into these frequencies naturally, which are real frequencies that you can hear within yourself, within meditation or through the day. And those are reprogramming. I mean, reprogramming what? Well, whenever you can use the full capacity of both the left and right hemisphere of your brain, you're talking about all the creative thinking, and analyzing and fluid, beautiful, along with matching that with all your reasoning and your thinking, your analytical, black and white, and taking those 2 things and showing them together. Being able to use a human being being able to use its full capacity of left and right hemisphere of the brains, in which they still tap into those frequencies and downloads, just like a computer, and then projecting an actual image into your mind as a vision. That's one piece. But what about taking those and dropping it even further down into this one? Having this, have you ever heard of heart and brain coherence? Well, that's actually true. What about brain, heart, and solar plexus coherence? What if we were able to tap into all 3 of those? Now you're talking about a whole different system, what people don't realize is possible. There's many people that teach these things, as in your entire body, in your entire mechanism, all of your organs are its own intelligence. It's true, but what we don't see is people tapping into those things, because once your divine energy taps into the brain, a lot of these different areas that we're talking about are dormant. We haven't been able to use these things for a long time. But a lot of these new ways of where we should be and where we're going, it's opening up the entire capability of what we are. But the thing is we're just talking about physically. What about the chakra systems and the energies that are outside of the body? Oh wait, now we're talking about even further natural technology that we're able to utilize. But Elon Musk, with the Neuralink, they're talking about one microchip into a physical part of the brain with little wires to open up different capacities and be able to talk via technology. But what about the emotions that I physically feel in my body? What about the filtration system on this brain? What about the heart coherence on this brain? What about this brain? What about everything else that surrounds me that I feel running through my meridians and accessing different pieces of within the ether, and feeling that once that microchip is in there, won't it block everything else we are naturally? And if a technology can be hacked, can't that microchip be hacked as well? So there's too many variables. I say take that technology and maybe kick it out the door, for me personally, because I don't believe in that. And I truly understand. I understand that this polarity on this side will definitely be that way. But if you choose to say, okay, I want to put a hole in my head into that, and because I don't want to do the natural work within myself, I want to just take the shortcut. Okay, well, that's your choice. Because in reality, whenever we came to this plane of existence is so special because we do have free will. We do have a choice. Do you want to be light or do you not? It's your choice. But you need to understand that you need to make it. Do you want to be fully connected to God and the source? Or do you want to shortcut that and not worry about it because you think it's all hocus pocus and esoteric knowledge, compared to, oh, this is technology because you just believe in that more. That's fine. But that's where the separation of polarities become very obvious. So whenever you're watching media, whenever you're watching social media, maybe the actual other different media, our president calls it fake news, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. But whenever you start to see what people believe in and what people are gravitating towards, that really is a separation of polarities. And it's starting to become very, very apparent who's on what polarity. And right now, I've been talking about making a choice. You need to make a choice, because this is the time. Because if this is the time to where you have a choice, there will become a point to where you won't have a choice, and you'll either have to go this route or you're just die, transition with whatever mindset that you're in. And if that's what you want, that's fine, that's your choice. But I choose different. I choose to start working on myself like months ago. I choose to see the world differently. I choose to tap into my true capabilities and what I'm able to do. I'm telling you what, August of last year was my full awakening. And ever since then, I know that I have changed in many, many, many different ways, and beautiful ways, that I never thought was actually possible. And through that experience and all these different experiences that I have throughout every single day, I know that what I'm talking about on this side is absolutely possible. Because I see of where I was, and I see of where I am, and I see really clearly of where I'm going personally. But if you're watching this video and you're like, you know what, I do meditate, maybe you're a spiritual warrior, maybe you're a light worker, you can resonate with this information. You can resonate, oh yeah, I understand. Or maybe, hey, this is good, maybe I should do some research with that. That's a calling. Understand that feeling and go with it. Because what's coming out is real. Whether you want to call it the mark of the beast, the apocalypse, I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. All this is a very, very simplistic way of seeing things. Two polarities, one polarity, microchips, the dark force or whatever, trying to do something what you can normally do, what you naturally are able to do naturally, but they're using external to shortcut it because they believe it's imperative to the human technology, because they're running off of fear. If we don't do this, I'm afraid this is going to happen. And that's not the way to go, because that's not the truth of this life. The truth of this life is, if once I pass on, I just slip out and I transition. It's like just a breath away. It's very, very simple. But that takes away fear. If you don't have fear, oh, I have to do this or I'm going to do this, well, that's dumb. Stop being afraid of things. Stop doing that. Just feel how you feel about something. If something resonates with you, do it. Don't do something out of fear. Don't do something because you feel like you have to do it. Unless you feel as though it's a calling for you to do it. That's a big difference. Doing something out of fear and feeling, oh yeah, this is a passion, I feel it's in my heart and this is my truth. Realizing the differences of those feelings are really, really important to your intuition. But grow that energy within you so it can grow throughout, okay? These are very, very important times. People hear about them all the time. But this great awakening, a lot of people are going to have an opportunity to be able to tap into a lot of these things. Much more of them on a massive scale compared to what it used to be, maybe 1, 2, 3 people in the world, and those are kind of, examples. Or maybe a guru would get together with a group of people, of a small group of people. But right now it's happening on a massive level. People, this divine energy are waking up into people, or people are like, well, what's going on, and confused of what's happening. So for those people that are looking and searching and maybe not understanding and just kind of wondering what's going on, watch this video, look for the things that are calling you. Follow those little signs, little telltale signs, and those signs that feel good will direct you towards a path and where you want to go. And it'll probably take you to that light path. So feel good about that, okay? Follow your heart. Understand what that means, heart coherence, okay? Because that's a natural capability of what you can do, of what you have. That's another part of your brain, just like this is. And we haven't even talked about what this is. If you want me to do a video on that, let me know, because we can talk about all the other energy points that you're able to tap into that are not even physical. So Elon Musk, sorry buddy, but you're wrong. You're going about this the wrong way. And that's saddening, because you can actually, but it's really interesting because whenever I watch the videos, it really looks as though you know this already. So I would be curious to see if you would be the first one to put an implant in your brain to show the capabilities of what you can do. Or are you just doing it naturally? Because the way I see you talk is, it looks as though you're gaining information coming from somebody else, somewhere else. That's why you're kind of mixed up in your words sometimes. You're kind of hard to watch. But that could be a telltale sign to something positive of what you're doing. But the route that you're going to bringing this out to everybody else, that's wrong. We should all be doing this a natural, organic way, because this, in comparison to AI, far goes much further on the capabilities of what AI is possible. If you took somebody if you took a human being with its full capabilities of what I'm talking about, of where we're actually going, I know because I'm going there. I'm feeling it every single day, experiencing every single day. Compared to what AI and what Elon Musk and a lot of these people are talking about, the capacity of what we have is 10,000 times faster than anything that we could ever imagine up. Any computer could imagine up. So if people are afraid, oh, technology is going to rule the world, focus on yourself. If you focus on yourself, you have a peace of mind that technology will never be smarter than you. It just never will. Focus on developing what this is, developing the true technology of what you can do. And you'll never have to worry about what's coming, because you'll already know. I hope this video found you well. Do your own research. Find out what this whole Neuralink link is with you. See how these things resonate with you. And then follow that path, whatever that may be. You have free will. Make a choice. This is a beautiful thing. Enjoy.